Well, Adam, I just want to start. You reached 300 career appearances last week. You're playing regularly for the team at the moment. How much are you enjoying your football at the moment?
Um, a lot. I'd say it's very demanding. Obviously, when there's been certain periods where you have to get through certain stuff to make sure you're there on a Saturday, and certain niggles that you have to get through in a week. To get to 300, I'm very happy. But in my head, I look at people I've been around, like Doyler, Dean Learners of the world, and in my head, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. So app wise, but I'm enjoying every moment of it at the minute. But for me, it's I've got so much more to do and to give. So yeah, I'm enjoying it, but we've still got business to take care of.
Yeah. You've played for a series of clubs. You've been out on loan at many clubs as well. You've made a number of appearances this season, a regular in that Notts first team now. Just how nice is it as a footballer to have that sense of stability?
Yeah, it's nice, and it's nice that um, sometimes your hard work um, pays off. As in you get the what you give into it, and it comes back in fruition. So I'm happy, really happy that it's done that. But it's just proof to me that hard work, and if you nail down everything that you need to do and fully commit, that you will get chances, and when those chances arise, you're ready for them. So yeah, no, it's great. But as I said, it's not about me. It's about this time of the season. I'm fully It was nice. The video was great, and I said how good it was made and everything. My family really enjoyed it. But for me, it's I'm nothing without this team. So we've got to take care of what in the next three weeks what we've tried to push and train for all season.
Did you know anything about that video that it was coming, and when you saw it, it must have been quite emotional?
Yeah, it was. I mean, obviously for personal reason, it would be more emotional than you would know. But it was great, and but as I said, for me, it's nice, and I appreciate it. But I need to focus and get on with what the task in hand before I really, for me personally, before I really start to enjoy anything.
There was a little poll that went around on Twitter this week, not just for Notts County, but for other clubs too, just of lists of their players of the season. And one of the categories was unsung hero, and there were dozens, if not hundreds, of Notts fans who were listing you as their unsung hero of the season. What's it like to kind of receive those accolades? You've got your Ruben Rodriguez, your Cal Roberts, those players who score the goals and the creative flair, but to be seen as a unsung hero, what do you make of that?
It's nice. As I said, I'm not a person that needs that. I'm not a person that requires that to deliver what I need to on the pitch. And it's great that it's seen. As I said, the effort is seen, and it's really nice that the fans see the effort that I put out, because it's not just the 90 minutes on a Saturday. It's the relentless hours I put in away from football to make sure I can deliver what they're seeing to give me that accolade of that. So it's nice, and it's appreciative, much appreciated. But as I said, the only way I find that I can give that back is if we're getting promoted. So for me, it's lovely to hear that, but we need to focus, and we need to, for me personally, get ready for these games. Yeah, because without the promotion, none of that unsung stuff matters if we don't cross the line. So on that front, yeah, it's not really nice, but it makes me still just push harder.
Yeah. There was those lovely scenes, weren't there, last week at the last home game of the regular season, where you had your family on the pitch after the game and walking around with the fans. What was that experience like?
Great. Obviously, I didn't know whether my boy would be able to take it all in, my oldest, fully, but to see his face and to see him smiling, see him waving at the fans and clapping, etc., and just being in total joy, and for me to be able to take him round after a win, after the season that we've had in front of the fans, it was a great way to tick it off, really.
Last game of the season, of course, you're hoping to secure that home home quarter final. It's looking like you might do that because of the goal difference in the swing, but I'm guessing that you're only focused on one task. But how much are you looking forward to those playoff get hopefully that playoff game and campaign all the way to the London Stadium?
Yes, I mean that's why you work all season for, and that's the whole point for me is you don't work a whole season now to come off it at any point or think that you've made it or think that you've done and you've got to where you got to just because it's going to be a lovely game and a lovely big atmosphere. You've got to tell yourself as players that what the main objective is, and that for us as a group of lads, winning doesn't come along often, so it's what you're willing to do from now in these 3 weeks and sacrifice to be able to get it to get this club where I'm sure everyone wants to be.
You scored that spectacular goal at Torquay last season. Of course, it didn't end well for the Magpies.
Yeah.
But how much is that experience, motivating you and the team to go one step better this season?
It's funny you say that because that's all I thought about since that day. That hurt me so much for them. Yes, it was great scoring it, but to see them celebrate, it was literally a moment after the game. It was, well, let's go again to make this different next year. Let's go make sure we go all the way and make sure we get there and do what we want, which is promotion. So it was it's difficult because it's nice that we done well that season, etc., but the whole point is we're trying to get this club back where it needs to be, and until that happens, I just think the job ain't finished. So it's driven me for the whole season to make sure every decision I made was to make sure that you don't have that feeling again.
Appreciate your time. All the best. Hope it is promotion this season,
Yes,
Adam.
thank you very much.
Over to you, Isaac.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, obviously it's your final game of the regular season.
Yeah.
How important do you think it is to go into the playoffs with some momentum, or do you think you've built that momentum already with those 2 wins in the last 2 games?
No, it's every game is important, and every game is you're gonna take either lessons or something from a game. So, as I said before, if you're gonna come off it in a game or take your foot off it, then it's only gonna hamper what we're trying to do here. So, for me personally, there's no chance that I'm gonna come off it in the front of pushing lads to making sure that we're all as a team going into this game just like it's one of the playoff games, because that's what we need to do every game from now, especially when it's condensed such into a small amount of time, that we're giving 100% all the time, because if you slip off it, it's very hard to get back to those heights instantly. So as long as we stay on it, it gives us the best possible chance.
And how are the group feeling? Obviously, it's an important part of the season. How are you as players feeling ahead of this vital part of the season?
Yeah, I mean, we're in great spirits. So if you look at our record over the last couple of games, I mean, why wouldn't we be? We've scored goals, we've kept clean sheets, we've done that. We've done what needed to be done to get into the playoffs. As I said, when people were in the middle of the season about falling away from first and second, etc. At the end of the day, we made it the goal to make sure we're in the playoffs once that wasn't achievable, and we did that. So we know as players and staff that we've done well, and we've played well, and we've stuck to how we wanted to play. But as I said, nothing's anywhere near done yet, and as a group of players, we need to enjoy being in the playoffs, but remain totally focused on what we need to do.